Oh, hi. It's me, Petra Fried. And welcome to Petra Fried Tries, where me, Petra Fried, idiot drag queen and sturdy lady, tries the recipes of my very favorite celebrity chefs. If this bimbo can do it, so can you.
Ho 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 ho! Merry holiday!
'Tis the season to be sexy. I know who I am. You've heard of Elf on a Shelf? Well, how about Petra on a Cetra? Workshop that one. It's the holiday season, and if that means anything, it's rolling mounds of glistening snow, cozy cups of tea by the fireplace, and permission to eat as many carbs as you f***ing want. I want to make some holiday dessert, so I'm thinking something big, decadent, showy, fruity, zesty, tangy. Something you can share with company, or something you can cry your tears into as you spend Christmas Eve all alone. Again, for the 10th year. We're going to try the recipe of Food Network celebrity Tyler Florence. Ugh! Tyler, do you want to hit up my slopes? This is how people ski, right? And the recipe we're going to try? Lemon curd trifle with fresh berries. I love a berry. They're imaginary. What are we waiting for? We've got sugar to eat. Let's get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is separate out 6 egg yolks. And I'm gonna keep the egg whites because I'm very athletic. Make an omelet in the morning. I probably won't. I'll forget about it in the fridge. What is this? What is this? Surefire sign of a yeti in the mountains. Smells of whore. Away, beast! Back to eggs. We'll adjust the tip for you.
Just the tip.
If you really need to separate out an egg and a yolk, use the shell. That goes for little pieces of shell that might get lost in there too. Six. Next up, we're going to zest and juice 4 lemons. Well, the recipe calls for 4. I have itty bitty little lemons here. Itty bitty little lemons. Itty bitty little lemons. So I'm probably gonna do 5. Making our own rules. Again. Little just the tip for you.
Just the tip.
Zest the lemons before you juice them. If you juice them first, it will be impossible to zest them. You will drive yourself crazy. Got new boobs this week. Why are there so many? I don't wanna. I just want to eat it. Ooh, love the smell. Ooh, look at that pile of zest. Zesty. Just the tip?
Just the tip.
Don't do what I just did. Unless you want a bleeding tongue. Of course, I'm used to that. Let's juice some. As cute as this is, I think I need to roll up my sleeves. Little just the tip for you.
Just the tip.
Roll the lemon on the board, and it will release the juices better. Gonna give this juice a strain. Get all those seeds. Look at all that. I don't want that shit. Cool. Okay. We have our lemon juice, our lemon zest, our 6 egg yolks. We're going to add a cup of sugar in here as well. We match. Just a sweet gal. Right in with the yolks. And then everything else goes right in there with it. Wow, that's a lot of zest. Yeah. I just dropped a bunch. Now, I have never made lemon curd before, so we'll see how this goes. All right, whisk until smooth. This is fun. Ooh, she's going everywhere. She's a squirter. So the next thing we have to do is heat it over a double boiler. So what I have here is a pot of simmering water. What I'm gonna do is put this bowl directly on top, but you don't want the bottom of the bowl to touch the water. I think the idea is that because you're heating with steam, it cooks it more gently and evenly. You also have to stir it consistently so that it doesn't boil and cook, otherwise you'll have lemony scrambled eggs, which sounds great. Gross. Okay, I'm terrified. Well, let's try it. Stir and whisk for about 10 minutes. Let's return to form first. Oh. So the recipe calls for using a glass or heat-proof metal bowl. I don't know why. I'm not a scientist. You know, the holidays have gotten so superficial. All anybody cares about are piles and piles of expensive gifts. This year I've decided to return to the true meaning of the holidays. A fat-ass Venmo account. It's gonna be a long 10 minutes. That's what he said. No, inches. Inches. It's a long 10 inches. Curd! Curd! It's still pretty wet. I seriously thought it was like 9 minutes in. It's been 3.5. Switch arms every so often to ensure even muscle tone. 6 minutes? I don't think I'm whisking fast enough. I just read the directions and it said vigorously whisk until it's doubled in size. I have been doing that. Hope I didn't get up. Oh, that is changing now. I'll be damned. Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Read the directions thoroughly. Ah! Damn. Oh, but it's doing it. It's doing it. It's doing it. I'm gonna give it a few extra minutes since I was kind of lazy for the first few. Ooh, it's so pretty. That color. Should have made Tad do this part. Ooh, it's nice and thick. Okay, we're gonna take it off. That actually looks correct. Poppycock. Now, while it's still hot, I have chunks of butter that have been sitting at room temperature. They're really, really soft, and I'm just gonna whisk them in until they melt. Just a few at a time. Wow! This is cool! I even forgot my arm is killing me. God, I need a protein shake or something. When you're a strong athlete like me. That is it for the butter. Le beurre. Don't you judge me, I'm a proud French lady. Wow, I think I did it. That's incredible. That is one of the coolest things I've ever made. That's good. So I'm gonna put my curd in the fridge and let it set for a while. And in the meantime, I'm going to prep some other ingredients for when we assemble the trifle. Be right back. Oh, hello, I'm back. I'm gonna prep the fruit that is going into our trifle. And we have a pint of blackberries, a pint of blueberries, and a pint of strawberries. I'm just gonna remove their little green hats and cut them in half. Thrilling, eh? Ooh, I love the smell of strawberry. Fraise. Ooh, he's big. Cool. And we continue to wait on our lemon curd. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. That is not a clock. You know what? Let's just fast forward. What's up? The lemon curd is just about set, and I just have to prepare one more ingredient before we assemble the trifle. Sweetened whipped cream. I need 2 cups of it. So I'm just gonna whip up 1.5 cups of cream. That's probably gonna give me more than enough. And then I'm gonna sweeten it with some confectioner's sugar and probably drop in a little vanilla extract as well. Let's do it. And as much fun as it was to beat curd, I'll let the stand mixer do this one. It's just about to the point I want it, so now it feels like it's safe to add a little bit of flavor. Use 1.5 tablespoons of sugar and just taste it in a minute. And I don't know, but I've never made whipped cream without vanilla, so I'm adding some. Whisk! You want to be careful not to do this too long, or you will end up with butter. Oh, that looks nice. Let's taste. Oh, whipped cream is so good. I am gonna add a little bit more sugar. Don't you turn into butter now. Hello, dear. Yes! And the very last step before we assemble is to fold this whipped cream into this lemon curd. Put some plastic wrap over it in the fridge just so it didn't develop some sort of skin. Ew. We want it to be nice and creamy and smooth. So when you fold in, I actually like to start with a little bit. You're gonna do a little bit of this motion. I don't know what the technical term is, but this is what I'm doing. This is gonna lighten up that curd, rotate it, pull, rotate. Kind of helps to incorporate a little bit before you do all of it. The reason you fold in is because you don't want to lose any of the air that you whipped into that cream. Slowly pull it over. It puts the curd on the cream. Let's assemble. We are ready to put this monster together. A trifle is generally some sort of cake with some sort of creme anglaise or cream and some sort of berries. But it's really could be anything that's sort of layered in. You can do a tiramisu trifle, a chocolate orange trifle. I don't know. There are a lot of recipes out there. Use Encyclopedia Google and find some of your own. However, this one calls for pre-made lemon pound cake. Listen, I am lazy sometimes, but there are some places that I do not skimp, and I make my own goddamn pound cake. So, I had my wonderful assistant, Rad Tad, make some last night for me, courtesy of Ina Garten. Hey Tad, show us how you made them.
Oh, hi, Tad. It's Athletes Week here, so flex those muscles. We've got some ingredients to prep. First, we need a 1/3 cup of freshly grated lemon zest. That's about 6 to 8 large lemons. I know it's a lot of work, but it'll pay off. Next, oh, Tad, wash that. We need lemon juice. 3/4 of a cup to be exact. Remember our tip from earlier? Roll them on the board. Squeeze those lemons, baby. You squeeze them up good. Oh, yes. Hello, I'm a little lemon. I'm very sour and tart, but you love me still. Put them through a strainer. We don't need that seed. Next, cream 2 sticks of unsalted butter in a stand mixer. Make sure it's room temperature. Then add 2 cups of granulated sugar. Look at that sugar dust. Don't forget to scrape down the sides with the bowl. While that gets light and fluffy, go ahead and crack 4 eggs. Yeah, this table is not very stable. Ooh, I like a rhyme. Be patient, Tad. Tasty. Next, we're going to add those eggs one at a time until they're evenly incorporated into that butter, sugar, and lemon zest mixture. Do a little dance while we're here. We're here to have a good time. Okay, Tad, you don't have to taste it every time. Next, let's measure some dry ingredients. We need 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Put it through a sifter to keep it light and fluffy. You can do it, baby. Then we need a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a teaspoon of kosher salt. Take that little whisk and mix her up. Oh yeah, she likes to get mixed up. Take a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, 3/4 cup of buttermilk at room temperature, and add it to a bowl and mix it together. And 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. It won't hurt if you add a little extra vanilla in. Nobody saw that. I sure didn't. Mixy, mixy, mix it up. Now we're going to add the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients to our butter mixture alternately. Do 1/3 of the flour mixture, incorporate. Do 1/2 of the buttermilk mixture, incorporate. 1/3 of the flour, the rest of the buttermilk, and the rest of the flour, and mix lightly until just combined. Don't overmix or you'll have tough cake. Ooh, that looks good. Ooh, I can't wait. No, Tad, no! Next, take 2 8-inch cake pans. Butter, flour them, and I like to add parchment too. You'll see why in a minute. Separate out that batter evenly among the 2 pans, and if you really want to get anal like Tad, measure them. Look at those perfectly equal cakes. Let's put them in the oven. 350 degrees preheated for 45 minutes to an hour. Look at this, more stuff. Take a 1/2 cup of lemon juice, a 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, and heat it in a saucepan on low heat until just combined. What's up, Tad? We know you can do it. Oh, I know you're such a mess, Tad. Oh, it's okay. You clean yourself. Oh, you clean. You do it, baby. You do it. Yeah. There he goes. Yeah, it's lemon. It's sour. It's supposed to be. Let that cool. Hey, our cakes are done. Yay! Grab a sheet pan and some wire racks. And look at that parchment. Oh, it just slips right out of there. It just slips right out. Oh, yeah. Next, take some toothpicks and do violence to your cake. Yeah, it's okay, Tad. We've all got issues to work out. Spoon over that lemon simple syrup over the two cakes evenly. That's it. We just made 2 lemon pound cakes, courtesy of Ina Garten. We're so proud of you.
Hey, thanks, Tad. That was fascinating. You're rad. In the meantime, I have sliced up this pound cake and we are ready to assemble. So here's the idea. Layer of cake, layer of cream, layer of berries. And Tyler Florence suggests that you end with berries. We're gonna try 3 layers here. I think we have enough to do that. Seems appropriate to put the ends on the bottom. And I'm just gonna mess around with this until I get a nice layer on the bottom. You can break up the pieces because you're gonna eat them anyway. Take another one, break off some corners. She's southern now. Okay, see that? A layer of cream. Oh, I forgot something. I forgot. You didn't see this. You didn't see this happen at all. Rewind, rewind. The secret ingredient to this trifle is limoncello. Why wouldn't we booze it up? So we're gonna use about a quarter cup throughout the whole recipe. That's about one of these little liquor store, I don't know, miniatures. Just go ahead and pour it over. Tastes like freshman year. Now we can put cream in. I can't believe I almost forgot. Oh my God. Holy moly. And then a layer of berries. I want to distribute these berries nice and evenly. Each bite has a little bit of everything. Oh, many strawberries there. You, come here. Wouldn't you love to know that I touched all your food? Next layer of cake. Good, good, very good. This is working splendidly. I didn't forget this time. Limoncello, cream. Ah, look at it. Berries. One more layer of cake. Nice big slab here, corner there. Wow, this is really full. One more layer of cream. That's the last of it. Oh, what a shame, I have a whole cake left over. I wonder who's gonna eat that. Berries on top. I have concerns. Who is gonna eat all this? It's literally bursting over the top. Like my waistline. We're going to embellish with mint because we're extra. Well, just the tip.
Just the tip.
Don't put it all over. Put it in little clusters. I keep forgetting about the limoncello. You guys, I'm overwhelmed, I'm humbled, and I'm very excited. Wow. Should we taste test? Let's go. Oh my God. The lemon is so tart. I can't feel my arm. We're going in again. If you love lemon, this is next level. It's crazy good. Y'all, I gotta say, this was really a pleasure. I've never made lemon curd before, and it turned out so beautifully. It was really easy, aside from, you know, whisking for 15 minutes solid. But that's okay, because it absolutely paid off. The cake is so light and moist, but so lemony. The berries are just right, particularly the sweet blueberries and the sweet blackberries, because they're a really nice counter to the tart lemon. And the whipped cream, I mean, who doesn't love whipped cream? I have no idea who's gonna eat all of this. I'm worried for me. I'm worried. Yeah, Tad, remind me to talk to my doctor about Ozempic. Tyler Florence, this recipe is simple, easy, so decadent. Careful, the cream's exploding all over. I'm afraid to eat more. I will eat more. Oh, and Tyler, see you on the slopes. I got a carb load for the cross country. I'm a snow bunny. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Petra Fried Tries, where me, Petra Fried, idiot drag queen and sturdy lady, tries the recipes of my very favorite celebrity chefs. Tyler Florence really delivered this time, as he often does. Please join me next time. Like, subscribe, make a comment. I love to see it. I love to read it. Now, in the meantime, get out of my house. Get out of my house. Get out of my house. Leave now. Go. Bye. Ta-ta for now.